Alrighty, good morning. So what I have today, I have two things that I'm installing on my Harley Davidson. I'll just kind of walk you through what I plan to do today. So if you notice, all of my stock equipment, the latches and things, I have a lot of the things accentuated with the chrome, right? Handlebars are chrome, all the chrome down there. The latches on my saddlebags are chrome. All around, all the latches and things are chrome. But what's not chrome is the tour pack, right? The tour pack I bought after the motorcycle purchase just not long ago. And you notice that the latches are black. So I want to get chrome latches. So I ordered chrome latches and they've come in, and I plan to get these installed today. So I'm going to do a step-by-step on that. And also I'm going to be making a step-by-step video on another item that I purchased. It's going to be on the tour pack as well. But if you notice, these are the snap-in devices that keep the tour pack snapped onto the motorcycle. Well, I found out, it's common sense, people can easily steal these, right? When you're on a trip and you have, especially if you're on an overnight trip and you're at a motel or something in some town far away that you've never been to before, somebody could easily pull in the driveway and within 30 seconds they could have your tour pack. So I'm going to do one install at a time. It's going to be two separate videos, but I wanted to make an intro video to kind of tell you what I'm doing today. And then I'll make two separate videos, and I'll post two separate videos, one for each step-by-step install. The first is going to be probably the hinges I'll do first and the locking mechanism. And then the second will be the Hogworks Locking quick release clamps. That's what those are called. So without further ado, we're gonna get into it. Looking forward to getting this done. Again, the purpose of my videos is to kind of help people who are not mechanically inclined kind of work through these things step by step and kind of give you a little helping hand, because I'm also not mechanically inclined, so I have to kind of figure things out. A lot of times there's no guides out there or anything to help get these things done, so I kind of figure it out as I go if there's no instructions. And then I'll get the Hogworks installed as well, but kind of going step by step to help anyone that's watching this in the future actually be able to navigate doing it themselves and feeling comfortable doing it. So with that in mind, we're gonna go ahead and get started, so we'll talk soon. All right, one thing I forgot to add, but is definitely highly recommended, is that you empty your tour pack out. If you're gonna do any work related to your tour pack, just empty it out. You're gonna have to unlatch it and lift it up and put it on some table somewhere or some floor on top of a towel or something. And if you don't have it unloaded, it's not light. So just empty it out, empty the contents out, set them aside, and then so you have it empty or as near empty as you can get tour packs, you can lift it up and move it easily. So should go without should be able to go without having been said. I think all that's right. But I wanted to state it anyway. You don't want to throw your back out, especially if you're older like me. You don't want to throw your back out. So just empty the stuff out, and that's what I'm going to do now. And then I'm going to get the tour pack in there, and once I get it into the house on the table, then we'll go ahead and get started with the video installs. So talk soon. All right, so welcome back. If you just tuned in, I replaced the latches on my tour pack, and I replaced the locking mechanism on my tour pack. They were black, and I've put chrome on there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to replace these latches that connect to the body of the motorcycle. This actually fits onto the little snap-on bars to hold the tour pack on. And the problem with these guys is people could steal them easily. They can just push the button in, pull the tour pack up, and lift it off, put it in their car, and ride off. So the goal is to replace both of these guys with these things here called Hogworks Locking quick release clamps. As you can see, they are the same type of device. The only difference is they have on one side little slits that come out that you can actually push in, And that prevents, by pushing in the little metal piece, it prevents this button from being pushed in. So by someone not being able to push this button in, they're not able to release it to lift up the tour pack to steal it. So there's a key, as you see here and on the box. These come with keys, and this will be added to my keychain. So that when I am somewhere and I want to lock it, I can just use the keys to lock it. And then when I'm ready to go, I just unlock it and go. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. And the first thing I'm going to do is kind of look at these. I've watched previous videos. The existing hardware can be used as far as this little screw here on each side. And it's just a matter of replacing the black piece, putting the screws back in and tightening it up. It should be a pretty straightforward install, but nothing's ever so straightforward with me. So I'm going to first loosen these up and take them out. And then I'm going to kind of just lay them down here to get ready for the new pieces. So I'm just gonna set my camera here as I'm doing this. I'll point this, actually I wish I could go higher. Let me, I'll be right back. All right, so I got something to help raise this up a little bit so that I can actually see and record what I'm doing here. Sometimes you got to get creative. There we go. All right, so first thing I'm going to do again is take this loose here. I have to get my Allen wrench set. And I did not bring that in, so that's the first thing. You need Allen wrench sets because this is both sides of these are Allen wrenches, as well as a straight screwdriver. I'll hold that up to show you. So on one side you have a straight screwdriver slot, and on the other side you have an Allen wrench hole. Let's get it in there so you can see it. That's an Allen wrench. There it is. So I'm going to get my set, and I will be right back. Actually, I just thought about it. Before I go up and even check, I want to see if this has an Allen wrench inside of it. So let me set this down, and we'll kind of just do a kind of a box opening on this here. So let me put this here. Let me put this here. There we go. All right. Move this over here. All right. So, Hogworks Locking quick release clamps. Comes with a little white box, packing box, styrofoam top, and I've never opened this, first time I've opened it, so it comes with a styrofoam top. Install instructions, which I would do well to read. It's basically got a diagram of how you should put this thing together. So definitely worth following that, so you do it right. A little sticker. Which I won't be using. And then you see my clamps are chrome. They have the black versions as well, but I got the chrome version. So what I don't see in here is an Allen wrench. So I will have to go upstairs and find that. So I shall return. All right, so I found my small Allen wrench set. And so I just need to figure out which one of these is right. Wow, pulled out the right one the first time. In this kit, looks like it's a 3.0. So that's the size of this thing. You can see here in the Allen wrench set here, it was taken from the 3 slot. So 3.0. So that fits really well. So now I'm going to reposition this again and move these back over. Let's see, let's go over here. Oh, back. All right. Sorry about that. Stand this back up here. All right. So let's get this guy taken loose. And when I take it loose, I'm going to just keep it on this side of the tour pack, and the other one I'm going to put on the other side of the tour pack, just so I can keep them organized. So I have my Allen wrench on one side. I'm going to use my screwdriver, my straight head on the other side, just to hold it tight while I'm turning the Allen wrench. Come on. There we go. Damn. Being a bitch here. Not loosening up. This is on there tight. God damn. I think I need to get a smaller screwdriver. This thing is too big. I'm gonna get a smaller straight head. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. I got a smaller straight head. This is really tight though. There we go. Man. Probably some Loctite on this that's causing it to be really hard to get loose. I guess that's a good thing, but hard for me. Come on. All right, it's finally coming. I felt a little bit there. There we go. So it definitely had Loctite on it. By the way, I will be putting Loctite on the new one. I have to find it, but I will definitely want to be using Loctite so that it doesn't come loose. Why does it feel like it's tightening now? Okay. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, right? Fuck. You can definitely tell I'm not mechanically inclined, but it's coming loose now, so all's well that ends well. So all I'm doing is holding the screwdriver into the straight head slot. I'm just anchoring, using it as an anchor so it doesn't turn. If you don't do that, this will just turn and turn and turn, and you'll never loosen anything up. So you have to have the straight head screwdriver in one side and holding it tight so it doesn't move and turn. And then on this side where the Allen wrench is, this is the side that you actually turn to loosen it. So for those who know nothing about how these things work, that's how you do that. So you see my hand over here just holding that screwdriver, putting it in there and just holding it. And then this side is where I'm turning. So this is pretty loose. So you see I'm removing the screw, keeping these things together. That's the screw. I'm setting it down on the floor here. And then I'm going to pull this latching mechanism out here. And I'm just going to set that down. And then this has a washer on the back side. And I'm just going to keep this here. I'm not going to take this out. I believe this will actually just stay here. I believe. We'll find out. So next I'm going to do the same exact thing with the other side. So I shall be right back. Alrighty, I'm on the other side now. I'm taking the other side off, doing the exact same thing. I'm putting my screwdriver into the slit of the straight head screwdriver on one side, and I'm using the Allen wrench to righty tighty lefty loosey to take it loose. Driving me nuts. Get my other screw, grab it from different sides. My other screwdriver. fucking success. That was not easy. Hopefully when you're doing yours, you do not have the same problems I had. I have totally screwed up the base. But when the other one gets on here, you're really not going to see it. But man, was that a pain in the ass. Let me find all the parts. They shot all over the place. I put one screwdriver on one side and pounded the hell out of it, and then I put another screwdriver on the other side and pounded the hell out of it and just kind of torqued on it until it popped loose. But it was not easy, let me tell you. That was not enjoyable. Nothing about that was enjoyable. So I'm glad that part's over. All right, so let me just look at the instructions. So, number 6, which is this big bolt thing here, goes into here, into the holes. Okay, so it goes in here, so there. Even though it doesn't feel like it's got a little notched piece on the screw, and that's causing it to not exactly seat in there too well. So I'm hoping that's gonna be all right. Like the hole is kind of not big enough, so I'm gonna set that here for now. Okay, then it says, so that goes through the hole, and then we need number 4, which is the spring washer. That would be this guy. So let's see, can I stand this up here? Stand this up here. All right, there we go. That's okay. So get a good shot of it here. I want to get the best angle so you guys can see, because a lot of times when I watch videos, people don't really have the angles right, so it's kind of hard to see what they're doing. I'm trying to get you the best angle possible so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So I'm following instructions the best of my ability. First thing was to get this here, get that inside, to get the spring screw on the other side of it. Okay, and then what are the spring washer. Then number 4 is number 5 is the quick detach. Wait, what? Oh, sorry. Yeah, number 5. Okay, number 4 is the spring washer. That's what I have on the opposite side here. You see here? So there's the washer, spring washer, and that's on the other side, and it's going to go onto the other side of it here. And then we get the locking mechanism, which needs to go here. Like this. Okay. And then we have the washer and the screw. So there's the washer and the screw. Those are going to fit into here like this. Okay. So that's in there. Make sure it's in the hole. It's not exactly in the hole right now. All right. And then let me get my Allen wrench. That's too big. All right, I think I might have a ratchet piece that will fit this. Okay, so this is a size number 4. This Allen wrench, it's a size number 4. And I think I have that in my kit. My socket kit. Yes. So I have that as a socket, so I'll be able to tighten it up using the socket wrench. All right, so those are in. So remove OEM quick detached clamp, which I did, which is what caused all the blood. Assemble using supplied spring washer number 4. Use key 7 to set clamp 3 into unlocked position with the lock cylinder extended up. So here's the keys. Lock cylinder extended up. And the key is on this side. So you can see here on this side we have a key. And we just put that in, turn it. Okay. So once it's pushed in, you're not able to push that down. So unlock it this way, turn in the key. As I read it, it's a quarter turn. There we go. So once that's stuck up there, I'm not sure if I can move the camera. Yeah, so once that piece is up, it's unlocked. When you push that in, it's locked. So right now you see this piece here can go in and out, and that's what enables somebody to steal it. Once the button is pushed in, you cannot move it in and out, so it's secure. And then you would unlock it by putting the key in the other side where I showed you. Here, quarter turn, and remove it. Once that's out, you see now you can push it in and out again. So you definitely, when you go places, you spend the night, you want it to be locked, and you want to push that button in on this side so that no one can push this part in, move it up to take your bike or to take your tour pack. So the only part I'm not comfortable with is this doesn't seat super well into this. And I'm not sure if it has to, but I definitely feel like it's God damn it. See, and if you tighten it too tight here, it's not going to turn. So that's my dilemma right now is, you know, let's stop somebody from just using an Allen wrench, taking this out, and boom, just totally remove it. I don't get that. I don't get that at all. I don't like it either. So what I'm having troubles with is, if you look here, in the part that I bought, you see down here some ridges. Let me go on the other side here. Right down in there, there's some ridges right in down in here, and that should, this entire thing here should slot in, should go into the hole, but it hasn't gone into the hole, and so it's not really, in my mind, it's not really secure. Somebody could just get an Allen wrench, put it in there, turn it, pull the whole unit out, and just bypass this thing completely. The point of having the ability to have this locked is so to force somebody to have to be able to access inside and outside to open it up. And right now, that's not the case. So I'm kind of confused about that. I'll be right back. I want to watch a video on this just to make sure. I don't see anything in the instructions about it needing to fit through the hole, but in my mind, if it doesn't fit through, somebody could just Allen wrench it loose. So let me check on something. I'll be right back. So I went to the official Hogworks video where they're installing this, and what's funny is they don't show you using the bolt that they send you. They don't show you using this. They show you using the one that's existing from what you already had. And that's not helpful, right? If I want to use all their parts, I want them to show me how to use it, how to do it using their parts, not my parts. Because their part is different than my parts. So Hogworks, how about you show me in your official video how to do it using this ridged looking hex bolt thing that you sent me. So I might have to take this out and just use my originals, since this obviously doesn't seem like it's working right. It's ridiculous. All right, so for the record, none of the videos I can find on YouTube actually use the bolt that are provided by Hogworks. Probably because it's shit and people say, you know, you can't use that. It doesn't make sense to use it because it doesn't fit correctly and people can steal it. So instead of using Hogworks bolt, everybody's reusing their old bolts that were in their existing tour pack clamp structure. So guess what? That's what I'm going to do too, because this does not fit correctly. And Hogworks, I don't know why you wouldn't fix that. I mean, send us something that looks exactly like what we took off of our tour packs. Not something that you just want to send us that doesn't work. So let me get this out of here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is what they send. You see it's got ridges, little ridges, okay? Okay, good. Let me turn it around this way. You can see me. So I'm trying to get as close as I can here so you can see. This has got small little grooves, little ridges, like a cogwheel on the inside of this. This is the one they sent me. And because of that, it does not fit into this hole. It stops. It does not go in. Now, if we look at the one that came with it, or that did not come with it, the one that I pulled out that has the straight head on the other side, it also has a similar gap in it, but it's not as wide. It's not as wide. Putting them side by side here, it's not as wide, and this one actually fits into the hole completely. You see, fits into the hole completely. There, where is it? Where the fuck it is? There it is. See, it fits completely flush. This one does not. I'll put it in to show you. Does not. See that gap? There's a gap there. And that causes it to not be, in my mind, secure. It's got to be able to go in, and people have to be forced to use. And also in my mind, this piece that they sent me is going to be extremely hard to get out if you use Loctite on the screw. It's going to be extremely difficult to get this loose in the event I ever want to take this out, because I'll only have one point that I'll be able to use, and that is the Allen wrench side. So this will just continue turning. It will turn all day long, and the Allen wrench bolt, the bolt that's going to go in, will never be able to get loose, because you can't get that second point of leverage like you can with the bolt that came on the original one, which is now kind of stripped a little bit, but that's what it looks like. So Hogworks, why would you not send us something that gives us that second point of leverage? Please, come on. Just look at the way it was built and build it like that. All right, welcome back. So you probably noticed my previous frustrations in the past few days. I had a rough time getting these guys, if you remember. I had problems here, right? This has been 5 days now since I stopped the video. It's been 5 days. I've had to order new parts, and I'm gonna explain what. So let me show you my frustration. If you recall, the last video I was showing these. I'm not sure how close in I can get it, but you can see they've got grooves. It's got grooves, like a little cogwheel of grooves there, right? This is the one that was sent to me by Hogworks, right? So Hogworks sent me these in the kit here that has the new quick release locking mechanisms for the tour pack, right? These look great. These look great. I can't wait to get them on. But the problem was the bolts that they send in their box do not fit into the holes. If you see, here's my hole on my motorcycle. All right, this is where this would go into, and it does not fit. Like you can see, get as close as I can here. So you see how this is not flush. The head of that is not flush against this frame. And those little ridged areas are what's causing it to not seal correctly. And as a result, this thing is not level. And so if I try to get this installed on the other side here, it's not going to be level. And because it does not go in the hole, and it's not, you see, it's wiggling back and forth. Also, a problem with the bolt, this that they send in their kit, the screw that they send in their kit, is you see it has no straight head ability on the opposite, on the top level, top side here. So ideally you want a straight head or a Phillips head, something here, so that if you ever want to take it loose again, you're not going to have issues with the screw just turning and turning and turning if all you have is the one side with the Allen wrench, right? You'll have an Allen wrench on this side that you'll be able to torque on it, but you'll have nothing on this side because there's no straight head here to use to give it that opposite pressure. And so the screw will just turn and turn and turn. So Hogworks, shame on you for sending a kit that has got a piece in it that does not work. Okay, shame on you. If you want to take care of your customers, send us what we need to get the job done. So this is crap. This piece here is just shit. It's crap. So it went in the trash can. So as you recall, I had to shear off the other bolt from the stock quick release locks. I had to shear off the bolt because the Loctite, it was too tight on there. There was no way to get it off there. So I sheared it loose, and as a result, the screw kind of broke inside. This broke inside of that, and so I wasn't able to use it anymore. So I had to order some additional parts in order to get this installation complete. And that's what this box here is. I bought on Amazon these standard quick release locks. These are just the standard, like the ones I just took off, no different. But I bought a brand new kit on Amazon just so that I could get the stock version of these bolts, of these screws. The stock version, which has the screw head on the other side, the straight head screwdriver head on the other side. And oh my God, look how they fit. Watch this. Oh my God, look how flush and beautiful that is. Right? That's how they're supposed to fit. So that's where we are. So I got the new parts in. It's been 5 days since my last video. I got the new parts in. I'm ready to hopefully have no more issues getting this install done. So I'm going to get everything I need together, and then I'm going to come back and get started. But Hogworks, again, I beg you, if you're going to sell this kit, it's a great idea, but send us all the parts that we need to get the job done. I don't know what models these screws fit in that you sent us, but in the regular King Tour Pack for what they're selling now in the Harley dealership, these pieces of crap bolts, screws that you sent us don't work. So please fix that. Just give us the basic standard bolts. That's all we want, screws, just the basic ones. That's all we want. We want them to fit. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and finish. I'm gonna get my parts together, make sure I have everything ready, and then I'll get the video rolling for the actual, hopefully finishing the install on this. So I'll be back in a bit. Alrighty, I am back, and I think I'm set up. So I have laid out here the parts that I'm going to need. You see the diagram here. So on the inside is going to be the screw, or the knurled barrel nut. It's actually called knurled barrel nut. That's why I can never remember these things. They got crazy names. But that's going to go on the inside here and face outward. Okay, goes in that hole right there. We just established that. Then on the other side, I've got the spring washer. I use this as the divider here, just kind of keep me in order for what I need to do. So bolt one side, the spring washer is the first thing on the other side of the hole, followed by the locking mechanism, quick release lock. And then we have another washer and another screw. Now I did use the screw and washer from the Hogworks box, because the reason I'm using that one is because the Allen wrench hole is bigger. Okay, so it's more ability to loosen it up, right? The bigger the hole and the bigger the Allen wrench leverage I have there, the better chance I'm going to be able to get it loose if I want to take it loose one day. And then on the threads of this screw, I will be using some Loctite. Okay, so that's kind of the order of how we're going to do these things here. And so I'm going to go ahead and get set up here and get started. There we go. All right. All right, first thing, get this through the hole. Seats so neatly. I love it. On the other side, we're putting the spring washer there. Okay, that's seated there nicely. Followed by, and just make sure this is facing the right way. I believe this is facing the right way. There. Okay, there we go. So kind of like this. Okay, there we go. Doesn't really matter, it's going to turn once it's on there anyway, so that's okay. You'll notice kind of the way I'm kind of figuring it out here is this, there's a big part and a small, like, let me get up here and show you. On the quick release here, it's got a ridged area that comes out here. And if you try to turn it and put it in this way, then it's not going to seat correctly into the knurled barrel nut. You see, it's kind of some space in there and it's not sealed correctly. So you have to put it flush against, just like this. And you see now it's flush. The knurled barrel nut is flush there against that. So that's the way we're gonna do it. There we go. All right, I'm just gonna take this off for now until I get the Loctite in, and then I'll put it back in. There we go. All right. Putting a little Loctite on here, and down here. There we go. So there we go. You see just a little bit. I'm not putting too much here. I think that should be plenty. Put a little bit on this side. Oy. All right, and don't forget the washer on the other side of this. Okay, so now I have that. I'm gonna hold on to that. Turn this back around here. There we go. All right, so now let me get here, put that into the hole. Just not my day. I'll tell you what, this whole install, I'll be happy when it's over. Honestly, this is not one of my funnest things to have installed up to now. Let me set this back down here. I'll put this back on here and hold that there. Now I'm going to pull the screw up and I'm going to start the screw in the hole. All right. All right, there we go. Now give me this. I'm going to tighten it. Turn it around a little bit here. just kind of tightening the locking mechanism here. Okay, still turns. Turn it a little bit more. All right, so that is in. Okay, so gets pushed down, quick release, lock in. So that's one side is complete. So now we're going to move over to the other side. So you see here, that will lock and then push that button in and it's not possible to take it loose. And then you unlock it by just turning it a quarter turn. And you'll see the thing pop out, and then you pull the key back out, and then it's out again, you see there. So I'm looking forward to getting it on a motorcycle and seeing some practical application of it, but that's how it looks when it's installed there. So, okay. All right, so now doing the other side. Same deal. So we're gonna get the other quick release locking mechanism with the lock, with the built-in lock. And we're gonna get rid of the crap knurled bolt that they sent us and instead use the knurled bolt that I ordered separately. But everything else will be staying the same. Here, there, and here. And then this goes over here. I'm not sure what that other little nut is for there though. That's okay. And then, so we will take, where is it? Here it is. This is the new one. It's the new one I got, which has the straight head screwdriver hole on it. Fits nicely into the hole here, which is the way it should be. Put the spring washer on the other side. Get the Loctite on the screw, just like we did before. Okay. That around. There we go. Okay, get this on. This one's not coming all the way flush through like the other side did. 1 second. Yeah, that's right. Actually, let me change sides here real quick so you can see what I'm doing. Can't do a step by step without showing you everything. So here we are. Just this side here. Good. All right, so we have, get rid of that. I have multiple ones sitting around here. Yes, that fits much better. All right. I was using one of the old ones instead of one of the new ones, and for whatever reason it wasn't fitting. So this one is fitting nicely, so hopefully this is fine. Get the screw over here. Get started. Come on, get into the hole. There we go. All right, so that's in the hole. Get my Allen wrench. Tighten this up. All right. This one is definitely more loose than the other side. But this is why you want to have some ability to put some pressure on the other side. This one went in so nicely. This one seems like it's not getting flush, which concerns me. A little. It's definitely in there. This one's much tighter than this. It's pretty loose, feels loose, but it's according to instructions. So, supplied washer, quick detail, 1 screw, 1 washer. Yeah, I'm not sure why, but let me show you what I'm talking about here. So this side seems to not be completely flush when I tighten it, as this side is. This side is nice and flush, and this side isn't. And I hope that doesn't matter. I hope that won't cause any issues. But I mean, the screw is definitely into the knurled bolt, and it's tight, and it's not falling, it's staying, you know, it doesn't fall around, it doesn't jiggle around. But the spring washer on this side seems to be sticking out more, and that's causing this to be a little further stuck out than this side. I don't know why this side didn't do the same. I definitely have the spring washer on this side also, so I'm just not sure why this washer is not being pushed in as much as the other side, and I'm gonna hope it just doesn't matter. So this is done. So now I can get it out to the motorcycle and try to get it clamped on, and get everything set back up again. So that was it, folks. That was the install. I know I made it look a lot harder than maybe some people say it should be, but that's my experience. This is the experience I had with installing this. First of all, I was very disappointed to get the wrong knurled bolts from Hogworks, and I had to order those new parts myself. And again, if you're installing this and you don't have problems with getting the knurled bolt through the holes, great. But for my King Tour pack, they did not fit. And just to recap, the reason they didn't fit is they come with these knurled bolts that have these hex bolt cogwheel looking pieces on the base there, and that causes it not to fit into the hole. All right, so I'm out at my garage. I'm about to bring my tour pack out and get it seated. It sets, of course, you already know, I mean, if you own a tour pack, it's gonna seat right here. Just make sure, I noticed that on one of my sides over there, this was loose, and you don't want this loose. So just make sure these are tight. Looks like a star bolt there. So just make sure you're kind of part of your PMCS. Make sure you're checking these bolts to make sure they're nice and tight. You don't want these things to jiggle loose. So before I get it put back on, I'm going to make sure each one of them is tight, and then I'll be bringing my tour pack on, and I'm going to get it seated on. I'm gonna go ahead and get it seated on and get it locked into place. I'm not gonna show that step. You guys know how to take off and put on your tour pack. So just do that and lock it in place. And once I get it locked in place, I'll come back to show you everything fully installed. So I'll be back. Alrighty, I am back, and I am happy to report that I am finished with the 2 installs that I set out 5 days ago to do. Should have been probably 30-minute jobs completely, totally, everything done, maybe 30 minutes to an hour if you're a real mechanic. I'm not, as you probably figured out from my channel. But what I am is just a normal guy that does like to do his own stuff, and I kind of figure it out as I go. So let me just show you very quickly, recap what I did. So as you can see from my saddlebags, my latches are chrome, and my tour pack was black. This locking mechanism was black, and the hinges were black. So I bought the replacement parts for that. Again, don't buy them from Harley Davidson. You're going to spend $300 for those 3 pieces. You can buy it on Amazon for about, I think I forget what I said, but it was under 50 bucks, 30 bucks, 40 bucks, something. So you can buy these 7 times for the amount that you buy these 1 time through Harley Davidson. They're high quality. They feel like they're good quality. They feel like they're, most importantly, you see it's a good seal here. When I close it, it's a good seal. So opens, shuts, and it's nice and tight. There's no movement. So that's exactly what I'm looking for. So that's the first job I did. And if you watched the video, the first video, which I published, you saw this was an easy install. I had no problems with this. I was able to get it done in no problem, thanks to my wife's help with holding up the tour pack while I got some pieces screwed in and such. Reminder, do not take your seat off. If you have a seat attached to your tour pack, which most of these would, do not take this off. You do not need to remove your tour pack seat. Okay, that is not required to get this installed done. And the second thing that I did, I'll go down here now to show you. Make sure I can have it in the camera correctly. There we go. Getting close. So this is what the new locking mechanisms look like installed. You see here, I cannot push the buttons right now. So this is going to prevent somebody from pulling these up and just lifting that up and taking the tour pack off. To get these loose, I have to insert the key into here. I have to turn it a quarter turn, and then that little spring will, the little thing will pop out, and then that will be open and allow me to push this in again. But that's what it looks like, and it's a chrome part as well. The old one was black, so the more chrome I can get on my bike, the better. And this is the other side. That's what it looks like, fully installed. But that's it. That's all I had done. That's the completed project. Simple, should have been simple. And it was fairly simple. This part was anyway. That part, not so much, thanks to Hogworks not sending the correct parts. It took me 5 extra days thanks to having to order new parts. So that's it. This is Dirk signing out. Probably a much longer video than it needed to be, but this is my channel of how I do things as a non-mechanic, and there's a lot of people probably like me out there who are not mechanics, but they want to try to DIY things themselves, and this is my best effort. So, you know, I'm just doing my best, trying to figure these things out. A lot of mechanical things don't come natural to me. I'm a computer guy. But if you enjoyed the video, hit that like, subscribe button. If you didn't, I don't care. Just keep on moving. This channel is for people who want to watch my videos, like the content that I have, like me being my true, genuine self, which I always am. If you don't like my vulgarity, don't watch my videos. If you don't mind the vulgarity that I have occasionally when I get frustrated or when I feel like talking like an adult, and you like the content and it's helpful for you, then for sure, like my channel and subscribe. Those are the kind of subscribers I want on my channel. Are people who enjoy my content, it's helpful to you, and you can overlook my grown-up language, all right? So, thanks a lot, and I'll be looking forward to getting this on the road and riding it this weekend. I'll be going to West Virginia this weekend, a 4-hour ride each way. But yeah, thanks for your time, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Keep your shiny side up. Dirk, signing out.